not making sales, or you're a businessman, you always go for contracts, but you don't get it, you don't have that favor. Or you're a civil servant, you've never been promoted, no matter how you try. I want you to just get palm oil. Just get palm oil. That cooking oil that you know, the red oil, just get it. And then you get salt, your cooking salt. If you want to use cooking salt, you can get sea salt, but just get salt. These are the two items you need. When you get these two items, you have to pray with them. These two items perform the same spiritual work. They perform the same thing. With palm oil, you can neutralize poisons, you can neutralize charms with palm oil. Assuming you are suspecting in your compound, in where you live, that there is a charm buried anywhere around, I want you to get palm oil and pray with that palm oil. Make sure you drop palm oil at the edges of your compound. Pour palm oil at the edges of your compound if you are suspecting at a particular place where that charm is buried. Then you pour palm oil exactly there. That charm will no longer function. We don't know about all these things. That's why we are always affected. People will tell you that they went to village and they marched on top of charm, and then it will affect them. But if you suspect that there is a place that looks like someone maybe dug up something and then covered it, and you are not sure of what was dug, just get palm oil. Pour it there. It will neutralize everything. Same thing as salt. If you are suspecting that the compound is not clean spiritually, that charms are buried anywhere, get salt, pray over that salt. Pour that salt around the whole compound. It will neutralize everything. I'm telling you from experience. My network is not bad. My network is full. I can see it here. So maybe you can check your network. My network is fully okay. Okay? So back to what I want to teach us. You get palm oil, you get salt. Pray over these two items. Now, this palm oil, I want you to get a plate, just a little plate. And then you add just a little quantity of palm oil, maybe like 3 spoons of palm oil. You add it into that plate. And then you get a pinch of salt, a little salt. Please don't add too much salt to avoid any reaction on your skin, because you're going to use these two items to bathe. You add that salt into the palm oil, mix it together, and pray over the item. This thing is what you are supposed to do in the morning, praying over these two items and mixing them together. You do it in the morning so that by night, because this exercise is what you're supposed to do at night, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be midnight, just night. And then you pray with two of them, that mixture. You pray over that salt and palm oil mixed together. Whatever you are passing through, as you are praying, I want you to mention that thing. Keep on saying it. After that prayer, before you bathe in the night, you take that mixture into your bedroom. You will apply it all over your body, from your head, from the root of your head to the soles of your feet. So if you are a woman who is putting on an attachment, maybe you will have to wait until the time you will remove that attach, because this is what you are supposed to do on your scalp. You apply it from your head down to the soles of your feet. Rub it all over your body, and as you are rubbing it, keep on praying. That palm oil and that salt, the work of this mixture is to remove everything negativity that your body has attracted. Even if it's someone that has done that upon you, because how wicked people are is that some people can block you spiritually, or should I say, mask you spiritually. They will just cover you. You will not be noticed. To you, you go out on a daily basis. To you, you think people are noticing you, but they are not noticing you. If you're a trader, you can come out in the morning to sell your goods. You remain there from morning till evening, watching people pass by. You can even be calling them to come and patronize you. Nobody will look at you. And at the end of the day, you will go home empty handed. If you're a civil servant, you may be going for a promotion exam. Every year you are attending promotion exam. No matter how good you write, you will still not be promoted. Sometimes it's the work of the devil. Sometimes it is the work of our fellow human being. If they think that you are about to, surpass them, you are about to make it in life, you are about to become greater. In order to stop you, to slow you down, they will mask you, they will cover you, and you will not know it. So the work of this mixture is to unmask you. It is going to remove everything that you have spiritually on your body. Some of us are putting on rags spiritually and we think we are properly dressed. When someone looks at you, what the person is seeing is a madman or a mad woman, and you think you're okay. Or someone will look at you, a pretty girl, but what the person is seeing is an elderly woman, and you don't know. You are masked. So the work of this mixture is to remove that spiritual nonsense, that spiritual rag, that spiritual mask that has covered you. That is the work of this mixture. So you are going to use it to bathe. You will have to bathe the normal way. You use your sponge and your soap. But this is what you are supposed to do at night. I have done this for a lot of people. For someone who has never been promoted for 4 years, after this spiritual exercise, he was promoted. I did it for my husband 2 years ago when I noticed that he was over struggling. Yeah, he was making it, but I noticed he was over struggling. He's not making it the way he's supposed to make it. So I decided to prepare that mixture for him and ask him to use it and bathe. He used it, and to God be the glory. The outcome of the whole thing was positive. And I've done it for a lot of people. It doesn't mean that I should be the one to do it for you. It's not a must. If you have anyone who is spiritually powerful around you, you can take that salt and that palm oil to the person and ask the person to mix it and pray for you. That is all you need to do. If you feel you are spiritually gifted, then you do it by yourself. Even if you are not spiritually gifted, but your faith is very strong that when you do it, that it will work, then you do it. It is going to work. Palm oil performs a lot for us. It is not just eating. It performs a lot spiritually for us. The work of palm oil is to destroy everything charm and poison. Everything charm and poison. That is the work of palm oil. It is equally the work of salt, be it sea salt or natural salt. It is the work of salt. For people who don't normally travel to the village because of the so-called village people, you are not sure what they have done, because I know that a lot of wicked people do keep charms ready, waiting for those who are outside. Whenever you come back home, they will use that charm on you. If you want to travel to your village, but you are too scared because of those in the village, you will have to go into prayers first of all. At least 7 days prayer, midnight prayer. After that prayer, I will want you to get salt, not just, if it's possible for you to get salt in a bag. You know, there is this salt that they sell in a bag. Is it the local salt or what? It comes in a bag, like a sack, kind of. Try and get that, buy that salt. Take it to any priest to bless for you. After blessing that salt, when you are traveling, go home with that salt. Before you enter into your father's house, or if you are the man, before you open the door to enter into your house, on getting down from the car, start prayers immediately. Make sure you sprinkle that salt all over your compound, both the frontage and the backyard and the sides. Sprinkle that salt everywhere, at the doorstep. Sprinkle it everywhere as you are praying. After this, I bet you, no matter the charm that they have buried for you, that charm will no longer work. I am telling you from experience, from what I have practiced so far. Sprinkle that salt everywhere before you enter into your house. Palm oil is, if you are suspecting that you notice that there is a portion of place that looks like someone dug a ground, maybe brought out something or put in something, and you notice that that place is fresh, just get palm oil and pray over that palm oil. Mix it with salt. Pour it on top of that place, on top of that land. Pour that palm oil there. Whatever it is, it has been neutralized. It has been neutralized. We have spent a lot of time, a lot of years in the township that we don't know about all these things. And not just spending a lot of time in the township. A lot of us are so ignorant. Even if you tell them what to do, they will still not do it. They will fold their arms, waiting for God to come down and do this. This teaching I just gave to us, I never knew about that until 2 years ago, until December 2 years ago. And it was because of a particular person, a stranger, a total stranger that I didn't know, I haven't met, that God gave me this teaching and told me to go. This showed me the guy. I saw the guy. I've never seen him. Told me to go to my place of work, that I'm going to see the guy. Told me where the guy is working. And the guy's office is opposite mine. And I went. I went to his own office. I described him because I don't know his name. And they asked me to sit down and watch as all of them are passing by. And as they were passing by, I saw the guy. I walked up to him and I told him everything. And he accepted. The following day, he gave me salt and he gave me palm oil. And I blessed it for him in front of his office. It's not something I'm supposed to, it's not something hidden, because it's not charm. I was in front of everybody praying over those items, blessed it for him and gave it back to him, told him how to use it, and told him to keep the remaining because he brought a lot of palm oil and salt. And so he went back home and did exactly as I told him. 3 months after, he called me and told me that he went for promotion exam and has been promoted for the first time ever. For the first time. So, using nature to solve our problem, the only thing is that you have to accept that there is power that God has deposited in nature. If I come to you to perform a spiritual exercise for you as God has directed me, and you refuse, I will not do it. Even if you later accept, if I do it, it will not work. Because you have already rejected that message. You have rejected that, you have rejected everything. So it's no longer going to work. So if when you are doing this, you have to believe in your heart that it's going to work for you. You have to believe that you have the power to set yourself free. There are so many of us who are gifted spiritually. So many of us. As a matter of fact, throughout this week that just passed, throughout this week, the people I've been meeting are people who are spiritually gifted, but they don't know their left from their right. If you are spiritually gifted, and you haven't started practicing what God wants you to practice, you haven't started using your powers, using your gifts to work for Him, you will keep on encountering problems from time to time. You will keep on encountering problems. So the best thing for you to start making use of your gifts. Okay, somebody said, please, how do we use it to bait? It's just your normal bait. You will apply it on your body as you are praying in the night, because you are going to use it in the night. If you want midnight, fine, but you are going to use it in the night before you go to bed. So you have to rub it from your head down to the soles of your feet. You rub it all over your body. Pray and ask God to unmask you. Whatever it is that is covering you spiritually, let God unmask you through that mixture. After that prayer, use your normal soap and your normal sponge and bathe so that you wash off that oil entirely. After applying it, just give a break like 2 minutes. Of course, that is what it's doing. Once you've been unmasked, once that mixture has removed all those negativities from your body will now remain the way God has created you, open to attract everything positive. It attracts favor, yes. As long as you are at the right place and at the right time, it will attract favor for you. So the work of this mixture is to unmask you. So many of us are masked spiritually. We are spiritually masked. So many of us. You will see a young girl or a young boy, fine girl, fine boy, but nothing to show. Nothing. Nothing to show. No matter where they go, nobody will notice them at all. Somebody say, how do we know that she has spiritual gift? If you have spiritual gift, you will know. Nobody will tell you. No soothsayer will tell you that you have a spiritual gift. From your childhood, growing up, you will notice something different between you and every other person. There is something that you must be doing and doing it right. There's no, I mean, you don't need any priest to come and tell you you are spiritually gifted. No. You must know. So it depends on you to know that thing which is happening to you. What is that thing that is happening to you? From that thing, you will now know which gift is it, because we have so many spiritual gifts. So many of them. Somebody said, please say it again. Okay, to go back to what I've said before. All right, what I just said was, if you want to unmask yourself so that you start attracting favor naturally, what you need to do is to get palm oil, get salt. Palm oil, the normal oil you know, please pay attention, because I know that after this teaching, a lot of people will come to the comment section to ask me, if I don't see palm oil, can I use groundnut oil? Can I use olive oil? Please, I said palm oil. There must be a reason why God showed me palm oil. There must be a reason. Please, it's not olive oil. It's not groundnut oil. I said palm oil. Please, palm oil. And then you get salt. It can be your cooking salt. It can be your sea salt, whichever one, but all you need is just a pinch, a little. You mix the palm oil and the salt, a pinch of salt, you mix them together and you pray over them. That salt is not supposed to be one full bottle of, the palm oil is not supposed to be one full bottle of palm oil. All you need is just a very tiny quantity of palm oil, maybe like 3 to 4 spoons of palm oil. Then a pinch of salt inside it. The reason why I am saying a pinch of salt is to avoid reaction on your body, because I know a lot of people do react to certain things whenever they come in contact with those things. So you need a pinch of salt, put it inside that palm oil, mix it and pray over the mixture. You will do this in the morning and then you leave it, don't touch it. By night, you pray over it again, apply it all over your body, and then bathe. You wash it off with your soap and your sponge. And after this, please, after this spiritual exercise, don't stay at home doing nothing. There is no way nature will notice you. There is no way nature will attract favor for someone who is always inside the house doing nothing. After this, please, on a daily basis, go at least 3 times in a week. You go out. Even if you're a student, you go out. A worker, go out. Trader, go out. A businessman or a businessman, a contractor, go out. As you are going out, you'll be coming in contact with nature. Palm oil and salt are natural. They are nature. As you are going out, you'll be coming in contact with them. And that is how they'll be attracting that favor for you, because they have done their part by unmasking you. When you now come out, your face, your natural face will now come out. That natural good luck will now come out, which will attract people with positivity. And that's how you will be favored. Okay? So this is all I've got to teach us. It is not tedious. If you know you cannot pray over that mixture very well, find someone who is prayerful enough to pray over the mixture for you and bless it. Yes, it's something you do once. Is like I do it once in 2 weeks, sometimes even once in a month. Yes, I did it for my husband once, and ever since then till now, he's favored, highly favored and highly blessed. I did it for that guy once, and ever since then, up till date, whenever he see me, he will come to greet me and thank me. So to tell you how it works, because their work is permanent. Their work is permanent. It is natural. It's not magic. It's not charm. So that is all you need to do. If it can work for you once in a lifetime, fine. But the reason why it may not be once in a lifetime is because we are living in a wicked world. There are times when people will look at you and they notice that you are progressing, and they will want to return you back to where you were before. So when you notice that things are no longer working the way they were working for you when you did that, you do it again. Palm oil doesn't cost anything. Salt doesn't cost anything. 50 naira can buy salt for you. With 100 naira, you can buy palm oil. Okay? Someone said I just joined. Can I repeat it again? This is the third time I will be repeating it, but no problem. Yes, I'm going to repeat it again. Please, just pay attention, all right? I want you to get palm oil and salt. Please, not olive oil, not groundnut oil, please. For those who will ask me this question again, not olive oil, not groundnut oil, palm oil, which is red oil, because I know a lot of people will still ask me palm oil. People still ask me that question, what is palm oil? I don't know if they haven't seen palm oil before. Please, red oil, let me put it this way. Get red oil. You're cooking red oil. Get it. You get salt. Salt can be sea salt. It can be cooking salt. You get it. Pray over these two items. In the morning, mix the salt and the palm oil together. A little pinch of salt, a little quantity of salt. Put it inside a little quantity of palm oil. Pray over the mixture. And then you leave it. By night, you are going to use it to bathe. Before you bathe, you rub it from your head down to your feet, everywhere. As you are rubbing it, you'll be praying. If you are a woman and you have attachments on your head, please, you will have to wait until the time you will remove that attachment, because you need to rub it on the scalp. If you're a woman and you are menstruating, you are not supposed to do this, because this is just like another form of cleansing. Every spiritual cleansing doesn't go together with menstruation. They don't go to menstruation let me put it like the Bible say that someone is unclean. Allow yourself to get rid of it. After, when it's completely over, it's no longer dropping, nothing, then you do it. For women, you will have to wait until your menstruation stops, and you wait until you remove whatever you have on your head. You need your natural body, the way God has created you, and then you rub it. A little quantity of palm oil, just a very little quantity. If 3 spoons of palm oil will be enough for your whole body, fine. If 4 spoons of palm oil can be enough for your whole body, fine. If it's 1 spoon can be enough, fine. Just get a little quantity. And a pinch of salt, a pinch like this, a pinch. Please, don't put a spoon. Don't put half a spoon. A pinch like this, that's enough. You pray over them in the morning, and then you use them at night. They work like magic. They work like magic. And once you do that, I don't believe in sitting at home, doing nothing, waiting for manna to fall. Manna will not fall. Miracle will not occur for the lazy person. You must come out. You must meet people. People must see you. Nature must feel you. You must feel nature. That is how all these things will work for you. Okay? So if you have any other question, please, you ask. If you have any question based on this teaching, you ask. Like I told us, I'm not going to waste time tonight. I'm still going to pray before I go to bed. I'm in Owerri. I'm not in Abuja. I'm in Owerri. Okay? But I mustn't be the one to do it for you, because I know it's good. A lot of people will ask me if I can do it for them. I mustn't be the one to do it for you. Assuming you are in Owerri, I will tell you where to meet me by Tuesday, and then you come with your palm oil and your salt. I will just pray over it there and give it to you. It is not something I will have to go home with and say the prayer. I can stand on the road and do it. I'm not blocking anybody's way of movement or whatever. So, oh my goodness, God. Somebody asked me if I am married. Okay, I am approaching the granny stage by the special grace of God. Yes, I'm married. And maybe, as God may have it, in no distant time, who knows, I might become a grandmother, which I've been longing for. I'm married, and I'm staying with my family. Okay? So if you have any other question to ask me, you can ask me. Praise God. Hallelujah. Yeah, we thank God for everything. I really thank God for everything. It is not my making. God is actually wonderful. He's too much. The things we overlook, the things we neglect as nothing, those things are what He uses to prove to us that He is God. Thank you. Thank you. It will come to pass in Jesus' name. Amen. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it to come to pass. I just can't wait. So if you have any other question to ask, please go ahead and ask me. If no questions are coming, thank you so much, Great Anthony. Actually, it's God that is doing this work. It is God. It's not me. Left for me alone. I will be honest with you. I'm naturally shy. I'm naturally quiet. I'm an introvert to the core. Left for me, I will just stay in my house. I don't even want to see people. But then, I can't do this. I don't know why God decided to bring me out to the public. I don't know why. But I have no choice, because whenever I disobey, what will follow is not something I can tell. Whenever I disobey, He must find a way to at least give me that little punishment that will drag me back. What question did you ask? Edahabo. Did you ask me any question? Repeat the question again. Let me know. Of course, somebody said I will do it for my husband. Yes, go ahead and do it. Thank you. User 89214, thank you so much. As the month is coming to an end, I hope that we can do the teaching you told us in your TikTok page. Okay, is it the teaching to usher in the new month? Yes, if you can, when you go to my page, you will see that teaching. I don't miss it at all. In fact, it has become a part of me. I don't miss it. And I'm seeing the handwork of God in my life. Okay, somebody is saying St. Michael perfume and honey. St. Michael perfume and honey is not what I'm teaching now. Oh, okay, for the month, yes. Yes, you can go ahead and do that. Anukwam Obe, what I meant was the teaching I gave about how to usher in the new month. When you go to my page, you will see that teaching, how to usher in the new month. It is not something anybody should overlook. However you want your month to be, you declare it, you make it work for you, and it's going to be that way. It's not something we have to overlook. There is a lot going on in the spiritual. I always say this. So sorry. There is a lot going on in the spiritual, but we don't know. Sometimes I just wish that God will, make it open for everybody to see. If you know what is going on in your family spiritually, you might run away. I haven't seen any question. Where are you asking the question, please? I'm trying to go down to see the question you asked. I haven't seen any question. I haven't even seen any question. Please. Actually, I'm not seeing your question. You just wrote now. It appears you are not seeing my question. And yes, I'm not seeing it. Somebody said I look 18. Don't mind my face, so. Don't mind my face. Yes, I have a natural baby face, but even that natural baby face is now aging. It's now aging. I'm in my 40s. I'm not 18. Please, can you mentor me, ma? It depends on how you want me to mentor you and where. Somebody said, ma, I need favor to travel to Canada. I believe with this, my visa is here. Have you applied for the visa? User 89214, have you applied for the visa to Canada? What have you done so far? Because you must start something first of all. You have to start something, first of all. What processes have you gone through? Let me know. Can you mentor me? Okay, you are the same person. It depends on what you want me to mentor you on. Okay? It depends on what you want me to mentor you on. But whatever I do, whatever I preach, whatever I practice is all about spirituality. They are all about spirituality. To solve human problems. To solve human problems. That is what I am called for. No, ma, I have not applied for visa, but I'm just looking for job sponsorship online. Okay, but you want to travel to Canada. If you want to travel to Canada, you start the processes. Okay? When you start the processes, then we know if there are people that you need to meet and you know those people, then you bring in their names. And then from there we take it up. I want to marry ma and I have 2 girls around me. Please, how can I make the best choice amongst them? Okay. And it's like you are a guy and you have 2 girls around you. The only thing I can advise you now is to go into prayers. That's the only thing I can advise you so that you don't make mistakes. You go into prayers. Go into prayers and then check those girls spiritually. Check them. Let me tell you, sometimes the devil can come in form of a Christian, in form of a born again. So you have to be very careful. Do not be deceived by any girl coming to portray herself as that born again Christian, as the one that God has sent. Do not be deceived. Just go into prayers. Because now that you want to marry and you have 2 girls around you, both of them will bring out that best qualities in them. Go into prayers. And then you can give conditions. Before I got married, I gave conditions. A very difficult one. And I never knew the reason why I did that. I gave conditions to the 2 guys. 2 men. One is this my present husband and the other one. I told them to give me 1 month. Not to call me for that 1 month. Not to send me any message for that 1 month. That after the 1 month, that I will contact them. And for that 1 month, I kept on fasting and praying, asking God to choose the best for me. And how I concluded that fasting and prayer was, at the end of that day, I told God that before 12 o'clock in the afternoon on that last day, the first person that will call me on the phone will be my husband on that last day. And my husband called me by 11:55. 11:55. And that was how I got married. And the other guy never called. He called after my wedding. So I want you to go into prayers. Let God choose for you. Ma, you said in your videos about gift of healing, please pray for my family. We're having this itching. Is it itching all over your body? Is it everybody in your family that is having the itching? Itching from what? Is it a reaction or? I need to know. It's not complete. Okay. How can I contact you one-on-one? Send me a message through my inbox, okay? Then for user 89214, send me a message through my inbox. Then I'll give you my WhatsApp number. I prefer WhatsApp messages to WhatsApp voice notes. If along the line, if it's necessary that I must hear your voice, I'll tell you to call me. I am trying to curtail how I answer calls. I'm having pains here, which I've gone to hospital and doctor has warned me seriously. So I am trying to curtail answering calls. That's why I prefer WhatsApp messages. But whereby I want to hear your voice, you can send me a voice note. And if it requires that we will speak, we now call each other. Okay, then Rose, you said yes, body itching. Body itching, I want to know, is it a reaction as a result of what? I want to know. If it's a natural reaction due to drugs or due to what you have eaten, or if it's a reaction as a result of whatever anybody has done to you. I want to know, did it just occur? Did it just start? Or has it been there for a long time? I want to know. Do you know what? Go to my inbox, Rose, go to my inbox, send me a message so that I will send you a WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number, so that we'll talk more about this. If it requires that I will pray for your family members, we can now do a voice message, call, where everybody will stay and, okay, you put the phone on whatever, what do you call it? I don't know. You make everybody to hear me through your phone, okay? Okay, Oscama, I'm a building contract and for some months now, no contract. What will I do? Oscama, can you write, you have a business name, isn't it? You have a business name. I want you to write that your business name on a paper. Can you write it into 7 places and put it into 7 churches? Just write your business name and write that you want contracts. Put it in 7 churches. It mustn't be wherever you worship, any church you see, put it in 7 churches. Okay? And then I will want you to give me that your business name, so that I will put it on my altar table while we pray. And I want you to be using how do you seek for contract? Because I don't know anything about contract. Do you go to people? Do you meet them? Do you talk to them? I want to know. All right, user 89214. Okay, don't worry. I will go to my inbox when I'm done with this live stream. So, Oscama, how do you Eastern contractors? How do you do it? I don't know anything about that line of business. Do you meet them one-on-one? Do you meet people one-on-one? Do you call them on the phone? Do you write to them? How do you seek for it? I want to know. How do you seek for it? Any other question from anybody? Oscama, I'm still waiting for your reply. I'm still waiting for your reply. You know, I told us I won't waste too much time tonight. I told us I won't wait too much time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Which I have fulfilled all requirements, but they are delaying my payment. Great Anthony, you've done everything and they are delaying your payment. I've given this teaching on how to get your money back, because a lot of people are passing through this nonsense. You will work for someone and someone will not pay you. If you go to my page, you will see that teaching. A lot of people who have practiced it has come back to testify. The one that even surprised me was a little girl who worked and wasn't paid. She told me her problems and I gave the little girl the teaching. She practiced it. 3 days after, the company called her and apologized and paid her. So if you have worked for anybody and up till now they are delaying, please go to my page, find that video, watch it and practice it. Okay? Okay, Oscama, you said clients contact me to come and estimate their size, and after, no positive response. Oscama, before you go to meet any clients, you will have to pray with the name of that client. You will have to pray with the name of that client. And in the morning, before you go out to meet that client, you will have to do a spiritual cleansing. Let it not be that you are masked spiritually or that you have a negative aura. You will have to do a spiritual cleansing. There are so many spiritual exercises for spiritual cleansing, so many of them. that you need to practice. You can put salt into your bathing water, pray over it, and bet. If you want to use the one of honey, sugar, and coconut, then it has to be in at midnight before you meet those clients. You practice this at midnight before you meet the clients. If you go to my page, you will see the video. And in the morning, before you go, please, I want you to get a little quantity of salt. Pray over that salt. If you are the type that wears shoes before you go out in the morning, I want you to put a little quantity of salt inside your shoe, and then you wear your shoe. I'm going to tell us how this shoe of a thing works with salt. I'm going to tell us how it works with salt. 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago, when my family went to American Embassy to apply for my children's citizenship. It was a very tough one, a very tough one. So we've gone that for like 2 years, and we weren't successful. And so 2 years ago, we decided to start again. And then a night before we went to embassy, I got the message at night when I was sleeping. Sorry, 2 nights, I got the message that on the very day we will go to that embassy, I should pray over the salt, put it inside my children's shoes, and let my children wear their shoes. And then we say an agreement prayer before leaving. So when I woke up, I told my children, because I know I do forget things. I have a lot going on in my head, so I forget almost everything every now and then. So I told my children to remind me of that. So that morning, I came with salt, but I forgot. It was when we were about leaving that my children reminded me that I said that I'm going to do something for them with salt. And we had to go back. We went back into the hotel room. We prayed together. And after praying, I sprinkled salt inside their shoes and asked them to put on their legs. And then we went to embassy. When we got to the embassy, when it was our turn, it was like war. First, the woman refused to believe that I'm the mother of my kids. And I asked her, do I look too young that I can't give birth to them? She didn't say anything. She interrogated me, and after the questions, she called my children. She kept on interrogating them, kept on asking questions. From one question to useless questions that will make you go mad. But we remained calm, and my children answered every question that she gave them. The next thing the woman did was she turned and looked at me and told me that she has no choice but to approve this. That she has no choice. That left for her alone, that she will not approve it, but that she doesn't have any choice. That her hands are tied. And then the next thing, she stamped and approved them. And that was how my children scaled through. But this is something that we have gone for 2 years. Whenever we get to that counter, they will disqualify everything and we will go back. The following year will come again, they will disqualify it and we'll go back. Because as at that 2 years, I hadn't answered my call. I haven't answered my call, so I don't know what to do. We were just praying, asking God to help us, this and that. But it was 2 years ago, because I've already answered my call as at 2 years ago, that I got the teaching, and I did that for them. And that was how they scaled through. And not just that, my sister's son called me on the phone and told me that he got a job with some foreign companies, this and that, and they want to see him like online. He needs to come up online for them to see him and know if they will take him. They want to give him a contract, which they will pay him in thousands of dollars. And so I told him what to do, to bathe with salt and water. And I know that this meeting is going to be an online meeting. It's not something that they will see him face to face. I asked him why the meeting is going on. Put on salt inside your shoe and go for the meeting. He did, and after everything, he was contracted. A little boy, when I mean a little boy, it's not up to 20 years. He was contracted and the money was paid. So I want to tell you people how nature works. It is so powerful. It's just that we don't know. We don't know anything about nature at all. We don't know anything about nature. Okay, somebody said, I want you to pray on my red oil and salt, please. Okay, do you know what? I will pray on your red oil and salt, but it's not going to be tonight because I'm not all that strong. So what I want you to do is you will send me a message on my inbox and I will give you my WhatsApp number. And then on the day that you will get the red oil and the salt, you contact me through WhatsApp. Tell me that you have it ready so that I will tell you to call me. When you call me, we now pray. We pray together, okay? That's what I can do for you. Oskama, I applied for the post of junior brewer in Abin. Aware. Okay, I don't know this. In Abin View Brewery. Okay, in our nature branch. Pray for me. Okay? But I've told you what to do, Oskama. Okay? I've told you what to do. Before you meet any contractor, please go into spiritual cleansing. When you visit my page, you will see so many posts there on spiritual cleansing. You practice any of them before you meet them one-on-one. Okay? But I will still pray for you. I will still pray for you. Or just give me your name, that's all. I want to meet you to pray on my red. Okay, Edahapo, I've told you, when you send me your go to my inbox and send me a message. When I'm done with this live stream, I will send my WhatsApp number for you. But the prayer is not going to be tonight. Let me not faint. I'm really not okay. I'm really not okay. I'm just trying to be strong. All right. Valua, good evening. You're welcome. Chinyere, I don't know what to do, ma. Chinyere, are you confused with life? Are you confused over situation of things? Are you depressed? What is the problem? Okay, Ozomekena Collins. Okay, Oskama, okay, I've seen your name, Ozomekena Collins, but please send me this name. That's through my inbox. Like I said, I do forget. I forget so fast. Send it through my inbox, okay? Let me not forget. So if you have any other question, please, you go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask. Let's learn how to shame the devil twice in a month. Has it been like this, Chinyere? Has it been like this since you were born, or did it just start off recent? I know of someone who has complained of this, and according to her, she said that she went to hospital and the doctors told her that it happens to some people, not everybody, that it happens to some people. And I know that sometimes there are times when it will come out twice in a month. It depends. Maybe this month you saw it towards the ending. By next month, as days goes by, when you enter into another month, it will now become double. It will come out the first week and then come out the last week again. So Chinyere, have you gone to hospital? What did the doctor say? Because health issues, I prefer hospital first. I prefer hospital first, whereby the doctors can't help you. We now go spiritual. So have you gone to hospital? Okay, it started since this year. Have you gone to hospital? It can be a hormonal change. It can be a hormonal change. Have you gone to hospital? And what did they say? if you have gone. If it's a hormonal change, it can be treated. It's just injection. They know the injection to give, and then it will stop. Yeah, Dorcas, you are right. Changing cycles. That's what I told her. It changes from time to time. So I want to know if you have gone to hospital and what did the doctors say? Has any treatment been given to you? Mm-hmm. You went there and ah, I don't know what is actually wrong with me tonight, honestly. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm really tired. Chinyere, I'm still waiting. You went there and what happened? What happened? If you have any other question, please, anybody in the house, if you have any question, just ask. Ask me any question. The doctor said I'll be okay. Then you don't have any problem. You don't have any problem since the doctor said that you'll be okay. They know better. Okay? They know better. As long as they have checked you, they've checked your body, and there's no problem. They know better. I know you are not comfortable with it. You see, it happens. It's not something new. I told you that it's not something new. There are times when it will come out first week of a month and then still come out last week of another month again. And it will do like this for like 2 months, and the third month it will correct. Maybe 4 months after it will do that again. It's normal. It's normal. Since the doctor said that it is okay, you don't have any problem. You don't have any problem, all right? So you don't have to put fear into you. Ako, in your dream today, you got lost on the way to a place. Where was that place? Where were you going to? Where were you going to that you got lost? Where were you going to? Were you going home and then you got lost? Whenever you got lost, where in your dream, you got lost, like on the road. If you are in the bush wandering around, it's a different thing. That one is not good. That one is just trying to find a way to leave the world. But if you got lost along the way in your dream on the road, you got lost. That is kind of bringing you back to square zero, starting afresh. It's not good. Starting afresh in life. Starting afresh in life. Please, what can I do so that all the contracts can be awarded to me? this week. Oscar, it is only God that can tell if the contract can be awarded to you this week. All you need to do is do what you have to do. Allow God to do the rest. We don't give God time. We don't give him, mandates. We don't tell you. You tell him what you want, and then he will do what is best for you. You can do all those spiritual exercises and ask him to make the contract to be awarded to you this week, and he will approve only one, or he might not even approve any of them. It doesn't mean that he doesn't want you to get them. So this question that you ask now, it is only magic that can do it for you. And I don't know anything about magic. I work with nature. And nature works with time and season. Nature is not magic. That is why whenever you are using nature to work, after performing what you are performing, you overlook everything. At the appropriate time, nature will align and then they will work. That is how it's done. It is only magic that can make all these contracts to come this week for you. I don't believe in magic and I don't even know how to practice it. That's it. I believe in using nature. And I've been giving teaching so far on how to use nature to attract all these good lucks to yourself. Okay? Okay, Chinyere, you are 43 and not ovulating. But you say that you went to hospital. Chinyere, I have a cousin. Maybe you are worried about getting married and giving birth to a child, right? I have a cousin who is staying with his husband now and 3 children, 3 adults, not babies, 3 adults. And this cousin, when she was living with us, she wasn't even menstruating. She wasn't menstruating. Not to talk of ovulating. That was her problem. Now, I was a little girl then, and that was how I got to know what menstruation was all about. She wasn't menstruating, and it was a big problem for my mom that time. My mom took her to hospital, and the doctors told my mom that she's okay, that she doesn't have any problem. And this girl got married, and she has 3 children, and I saw her with pregnancy. She has 3 grown-ups now, 3 adults now. So, Chinyere, don't bring in fear into your life. Don't bring in fear at all. Don't give room for fear. Don't give room for fear. Live your normal life. Whatever the doctors say you should do, do it. It is not yet a spiritual problem. It's not even a problem, not to talk of a spiritual problem. It is not a problem. Okay? Live your normal life and focus on God. Whatever you don't like, you tell God. He has every spare parts. He can change it for you. He can do it for you. But if God says that you will not ovulate and yet you will still bear children, he will still do it. At least with my cousin, that was how I got to know that it is not every woman that menstruates, because initially I thought it's everybody. But she never menstruated, but she has 3 children. And that is the handwork of God. So don't bring in fear into your life. All right? Valua, no problem. Just send me a message through my inbox. I'll give you my WhatsApp number, and then you can send me a WhatsApp message. I dreamed a baby girl fell out of my hand on the floor. She was too early, and I nursed her back to health. Well explained. The dream explained itself. There is nothing to fear. The dream explained itself. Should there be any loss, there won't be any loss any longer. Near-death syndrome, it will no longer occur. Whatever that will make you cry will no longer happen. It has already been reverted spiritually. So you no longer experience it. You will only see it, but it will no longer come to full time. It will mature. I paid for a shop, but no money to start up. Please pray for me for financial breakthrough. Financial breakthrough. Whenever we talk about financial breakthrough, we have to look back to our families, where we are coming from, the family where you are coming from, the family where you are coming from. How is it? Financial breakthrough starts from families. If there is no financial breakthrough in your family, it will be difficult for you. That is when it becomes a spiritual issue. If you are the only person who is experiencing this, then it's a different issue. But I want you to go back into your family. You know where you are coming from. How is your family? How is it financially? How is at least, not everybody, at least 2 to 3 people there? How is it? Akko, I don't know. Akko, I don't know. Did you ask any question? I don't know. Please, what do we mean to see plenty big catfishes in a dream? Yo, Oscar, 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 Oscar. I don't want you to be entangled with the marine. Oscar, they can frustrate one. Entanglement with marine can frustrate you to the last. They will crumble everything you are doing. You will find it difficult progressing in life. Anything you lay your hands will never ever work as long as you have entanglement with marine. Seeing catfish, playing with catfish, that's entanglement with marine, Oscar. That's entanglement with marine. They will never ever allow you to move forward in life. The reason why is because you don't want to acknowledge them. If you are a Christian, you don't have to acknowledge them at all. Acknowledging them means becoming one of them. You will believe in what they believe in. You practice what they are practicing. Unless you are not a Christian, and then you can go ahead and acknowledge them. That is the only way they will leave you for you to progress. But they have terms and conditions. Can you meet up with their terms and conditions? Entanglement with the marine, catfish, playing with catfish. No, 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 no. Oscar, you need serious prayers. Yes, you need serious prayers. Such entanglements are not what you can't help yourself. You can't help yourself from these things. The only way you can help yourself is, I don't know, that's if you can immerse yourself into prayer. If you can immerse yourself into, when I mean immersing yourself into prayer, I mean, there are people you see and you think that they are mad because they pray a lot. Can you live that way? That is the only way you will free yourself from this entanglement. But whereby you can't live that kind of lifestyle, you need to go out now and search for powerful people, those who are gifted spiritually to deliver people from marine spirits. There are people who are gifted, there are people whose calling is it to deliver people from marine spirits. From marine spirits. Because progress will be far away from you. I'm not telling you to scare you. I'm telling you the fact. I'm telling you the reality. Progress will be far away from you. They will block all avenues. They are so wicked. They are so wicked. They will block every road for you. They will, in fact, their mission is to frustrate you until you succumb. That is their mission. Until you succumb. If you're a Christian, I will never ever advise you to succumb. I will never advise you. And Oscar, please, whenever you find anybody that will perform that for you, to separate you from that marine, if the person says that you will go to the river with the person or to stream with the person, please do not go. It is not advisable. to follow them to the river, to do whatever the so-called thing that they are doing in order to deliver you from them, from the marine. Because they don't tell people the truth. I want to be honest. I'm not saying that they can't do that. They can do it, but it is just like somebody coming to me now, telling me that you no longer want to worship God, and that you want to separate yourself from God, and that I should help you so that you will separate yourself from God. What I will do is to take you to church with me. That is what I will do. I will take you to church with me. And I will pray to that God that you say that you don't want anymore. And I will tell God to forgive you and to bless you and to help you and to deliver you. It is the same thing as the marine, unless you know that you believe in the marine, because I know that so many people believe in them and it's working for them. If that is your belief, if you believe in the marine, no problem, you can go to the river with them. But what I want to tell you is that what they normally do in the river is to appease the god of the river or the goddess of the river, to appease that deity, that spirit on your behalf, so that the deity or the spirit will give you the chance to progress in life, and they will make you to make a promise to that deity, a promise that you will fulfill. And once they do this, the deity will give you that chance, and you will see how progress will be flowing into your life. But then it doesn't last, because after some time, the deity will still come back requesting for more. So I want to be honest with you. Playing with catfish is entanglement with the marine. The earlier, the better. If you believe in the marine, then find those people that can take you to the river for sacrifices, so that the marine will give you the space to forge ahead in life. But if you don't believe in the marine, there are people who are gifted spiritually to deliver you from them. Please go in search of those people. Okay? Good evening. Tesfina, you're welcome. Ma, please, NDDC has refused to pay my husband. Tesfina, his salary or his what? Whatever, his contract fee or whatever. Tesfina, go to my page. There's a video I made there. Please. It's not something I can start repeating all over here. Go to my video when someone is owing you and you worked for something, which is your right. Your wages is your right. You worked for it and they haven't paid you, or maybe they don't want to pay you any longer. Go to my page. There is a video on that. Practice that. It works like magic. It works like magic. Isabella, good evening. I want to thank you so much for the medical health. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. In my father's house, they are doing well, but husband's father's house, everyone is struggling. And you are married into that family. Snazy, whatever you are going to do, you will have to do it together with your husband. You will have to separate your husband from that family. Or better still, instead of separating your husband from the family, separating is not, detaching him so that he will no longer become one of them. He will no longer be talking to his siblings. No, that's not what I mean. Whenever I talk about separating someone from family, I mean separating spiritually. But what I will advise you to do is your husband's family needs a spiritual help. They are facing foundational hindrances from their foundation. Their foundation is dirty. It's not clean. And for you to be a wife in that family, you are partaking in that punishment. So your husband's family needs to go and see how they will solve their foundational hindrances. A lot of families are not aware of this foundational hindrance. They have to ask questions about their lineage. Let them ask questions. Their ancestors. How did their ancestors live their lives? They must have practiced one evil or the other, which is resulting into the problems this generation are facing now. So this is not a fight that you will fight. And if your husband's family can't save themselves, you know, what you have to do is, if your husband will agree, two of you will now search for solution to the problem. That means you will have to, how do I put this? That separate yourself from that family spiritually. When you separate yourself from a family spiritually, you are still a member of that family, but no longer in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, when that God that is causing the problem comes, the God will know that you are no longer a member because you have separated yourself, and such punishments will no longer touch you people. Now, it will be for the rest of the family members, but physically, you people are still members of that family. So, Sneezy, you need to speak with your husband first of all. Speak with him. This problem needs to be solved from the root, not just at the top. He needs to go back home. If his parents are still alive, let him talk to them. Let them tell him stories about their lineage, so that from there, they will now know how to handle the problem. If your father-in-law is still alive, the solution lies with your father-in-law. If your father-in-law is still alive, the solution lies with him. So your husband needs to go and meet with the father if he's still alive, or if the mother is still alive, and have a discussion with them. Let them tell him stories about their lineage. Vicky, pray for me for divine connections. Divine connections is what you can do for yourself. Divine connection has to do with constant prayer, keeping your hands clean, alms giving. Alms giving creates that way for divine connection. Alms giving, giving to the poor, to the less privileged. It makes way. It ushers in that divine connection. Learn to give alms to those who you are better off. Give without asking for anything in return. Learn to give alms with constant prayers. If you can be doing this on the first of every month, on the first week of every month, you go into prayers. You give alms. It may not be money, but the less privileged ones, the blind, the cripple, you give them something. And ask them to pray for you. Whenever you give, make sure you ask them to pray for you. Not giving to the rich who can afford it, seeking for favor from them. That is not almsgiving. You give to those that cannot return it to you. To those that can only say thank you because that is what they have to offer. Almsgiving opens the door of divine connection together with constant prayers. Things, Isabel, things have been moving inside my body. Things has been moving inside my body. Like I always say about this movement of objects in one's body, I prefer you go to hospital first of all. See, whatever that has to do with health issue, I trust doctors. I trust them a lot. Whenever I'm sick, the first thing I will do is to go to hospital. Like, assuming I'm having a headache since morning and then till night until the following morning, the headache still continues. All I'll need to do is at least I'll take Panadol. If it doesn't stop, I will go to hospital so that they'll give me the proper treatment. If it doesn't stop, then I will go spiritual. That is how I handle things. Okay, so for the movements of objects in your body, I will want you to go to hospital. There are so many reasons why we have those movements in our body. If they cannot detect what it is, that is when we go spiritual. Please, we take care of ourselves physically, but when it's not working, we go spiritual. Okay? Tesfina, okay, thank you so much. Okay, Grace Favor. Grace Favor, we are still talking about you getting your money back. Is it still the same thing? You need your money back. Go to my page. I have that video there. You watch it. Watch it and practice that teaching. You will get your money back. Okay? Valuer, I'm the only graduate from my father's house. As a result, making progress has become slow. Only God. Valuer, okay, you are the only graduate. We look at situation of things in the country first. The country is not good generally. It's not good. The world is not even good. The world as a whole is going down. Economically, is going down. But then we equally look on our own sides. Since you are the only graduate, yes, what you are passing through is bound to happen. All eyes are now on you to make it. So if you have not been praying, I want you to start praying. And you try and be using spiritual products in betting. If you cannot afford spiritual products, because I know that they are expensive, whenever you are betting, you use the natural items that God created. Use them in betting. Spiritual cleansing makes way. It makes way for people, but we neglect it. Cleanse your body every month. You can be doing this first week of every month. You perform a spiritual exercise to cleanse your body. You can use salt with ordinary water. You can use coconut water, salt and honey. You can use scent leaf. You boil scent leaf. Sieve out that water. Use that scent leaf water to bathe. You can do this first week of every month, spiritual cleansing. It makes way for you. It makes you open to receive every blessing. Okay? Grace, separation is not what you can do. You can't do it. Separation can only be done by someone who is spiritually powerful. So it's not what you can do. That's why I don't know if you are the one I talked to about meeting your husband's family. Are you the one? I don't know. But if you want to separate yourself from your family or from your husband's family, it is not what you can do. But I always advise people, you need to have a dialogue with everybody in that family. Have a dialogue with them. Tell them situation of things so that all of you will put heads together to find solution. But whereby everybody refuses to find a solution, if they are okay with the situation of things around, then you go ahead for that separation. But it is something a spiritualist can do for you. Pastors or priests will not do it because they don't believe in going solo. They don't believe in going solo. I myself, I actually don't like going solo. I love carrying everybody along. That is why I have, if I tell you what I've passed through in my family, it's not easy. It's not easy. I love carrying everybody along, and so I had to endure. Even if it means waiting for months for everybody to come to terms and agree with me, I will wait. So that I won't look so wicked because you are gifted, because you can do it. You now went alone and did it and opened your way of progress, and the rest are suffering. So I will have to wait and endure, but I will keep on talking to everybody to get their attentions. So I actually don't like solo. But if it's so necessary that you must go solo, it is not something you will do alone. You can't even do it unless you are spiritually called, unless you are spiritually gifted. That is when you will do it. Oscar, thank you so much. God bless you too. I saw a woman in my dream last night breaking mirror. Where was that mirror? And who owns the mirror? Mirror is a reflection of the dreamer spiritually. Mirror is just like you spiritually. Not even the opposite you, but you spiritually. A woman breaking mirror in your dream. What did you do? What did you do when the woman was breaking the mirror? Where was the mirror? Mirror reflects you, the dreamer, your spiritual being. That is what mirror signifies. Owa International, thank you so much. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay, Joseph. Okay, Joseph. Don't mind me, please. I'm having an eye problem. That's why I put on glasses every day of my life, and yet I still can't see some names. Some names are too tiny for me to read them out. Okay, you are having problem with your system, your health system. Is it is it a health issue? If it's a health issue, no problem. I believe God will do it as long as you are praying. God will do it. But you go to hospital first of all. I believe in going to hospital first. I believe in getting reports from the doctors first. Let me tell you people, something when I was growing up, yeah, not even when I was growing up. I'm married then with kids. I've given birth to all my children that time. I was pregnant with my last child, and that was in 2008. I developed a stone in the gallbladder. I don't know how the whole thing happened, but I started having pains in my tummy. Every now and then I'll be feeling this pain. And as the pregnancy progresses, the pains get worse. So my doctor referred me to ultrasound, and the ultrasound discovered that I had stone in the gallbladder, and the stones were much. And so my doctor told me that there is nothing he can do since I was pregnant, that they will have to leave those stones until I give birth. And while the baby was growing, the stones were growing. And during the last ultrasound, when my baby was 9 months, the doctor told me that after delivering, that I will come for surgery. And I delivered through CS. So you can imagine giving birth through CS, coming back again for another surgery. I got scared. And he told me that there is no way, for him to do it while during delivery, that they will have to wait after delivery. When I'm fully okay, I'll come back again for another CS. And I asked him, is there no other alternative? He said another alternative is for me to keep on drinking water. So I kept on drinking water. Every now and then, I'm with a bottle or 2 bottles of water. I kept on drinking water. And the more I drink, the more the stones enlarge. I went for ultrasound 1 year after delivery, and they told me that the stones are now big, that I can now go for surgery. And I got scared. Giving birth 1 year after, coming back again for another surgery. So I went into prayers. I haven't even stopped praying like that. That's why whenever my husband sees me praying, he's ready to leave the entire house until I'm done with that prayer. I pray like someone who has a mental case, and I don't stop until I see the answer. So I kept on praying, begging God. I told God that I don't want to go into another surgery again on my tummy. I don't want it any longer because that my child happens to be my last child. I told God that I don't want any surgery anymore. I kept on feeling the pains. The pains was a very severe pain. It kept on. The pains kept on until one day I couldn't bear it anymore. I went to chapel. I cried from morning till afternoon praying. After that prayer, I decided to go back to hospital. I've made up my mind for the surgery. And I met the doctor, and the doctor referred me to ultrasound to know the extent of the stones. The ultrasound results came out that there was no stone. I took the result to the doctor. The doctor said no, that it must be a faulty machine. He referred me to another ultrasound hospital, and I went there. The results came out. There was no stone. He referred me to the third one. I went there. The result came out. There was no stone. And the doctor, and since then up to now, that was how the whole pain stopped. So I believe in going to hospital first of all, where the hospital can no longer help us when it comes to our health issues. We go spiritual. Let us do the ones we can first. And then if our good is not good enough, we allow God to come in. Okay? Joseph, whatever that problem is, there is nothing God cannot do. But I believe in going to hospital. Let the doctors see you. See, doctors are blessed by God. Their gift is from God. It's not easy to be a medical doctor. It's not easy. Let them ascertain what the problem is and do their best. And whether their best is not good enough, we go into spiritual. We consult God. Okay? They feel superior to you. They cannot even believe you. They feel they are superior species to everyone. With the problem that they have, Grace, it is always like that. With the problem that they have, then you can go solo. Since they don't believe you, since they don't believe they don't have any problem, you cannot go solo because you can't keep on suffering. You cannot keep on suffering, okay? So I will advise you to find somebody, someone who is spiritually powerful to help you out, to separate you. Native doctors can do this, but I don't, if I don't tell people to go to native doctors, I don't. But if you feel that when you go to them that they can do it without any strings attached, no problem. They are equally there to help people out. It's just that we have majority of them are on the negative side. We equally have negative people on our own side as Christians. Yes, we have negative priests and negative pastors. So Gracie, you go solo, you separate yourself, separate your husband, separate yourself, okay? What is